What's going on, everybody? This is Chris with Getting You Shredded, and I'm here with Shauna. And Shauna is doing some front squats in the video. She's super tired and she's sitting next to me, so she might not say much. But perfect form here. Elbows forward. I always recommend the Olympic style to athletes, mainly because if you cross your arms, it really messes up the musculature in the back, and you're not really supporting the weight with your lats like you should. Though I really screw up in Olympic style a little bit later on. Coming in here, some of you might ask how I get my wrists back and how I keep that mobility. It's because I work on it. I follow Kelly Starrett religiously at Mobility Wad, and I really work on my wrists. I definitely suggest you check out his channel. I'll put the link below in the comments. Coming into our second set here, still warming up. What do you think, Shauna? No, she's not saying nothing, but it's okay. We're chilling. Still going. Good repetitions. Getting it going. Picking it up. I really like the front squat for a number of different reasons. One, because it really helps you develop your core. Two, because it really teaches you how to squat. You can't front squat without showing one of your weaknesses. And if you can see what those weaknesses are, you can work on those weaknesses so you can have a better squat down the line. Coming in here with a little bit heavy weight, you're going to start to see some of my weaknesses right now. If you'll notice, when I'm coming down, my elbows dip down a bit, and I'm really not using great form here. Really wasn't on my game today, but coming in strong, get some good repetitions with this. And we're not going high reps on the front squat at first. We save our high reps for the back squat in our second exercise. Trying to get real low, though you can't see it with the camera here. You can see it here on Shauna. This is actually really good weight for somebody of Shauna's size. She's coming in, gets everything, sets a shelf up, keeps those elbows pointed at the wall, and tries to keep them pointed at the wall throughout the movement. You're going to see me trying to support her there a little bit. She gets good 3 reps. I've seen her get, what's the highest she ever did?
I think I'm doing 5 or 6.
Yeah, the highest she's ever done is like 5 or 6 on this, and she only weighs like 120 pounds, and she's a girl. And girls are weaker than guys. We all know it now. I know some really strong women, so that would hit me in the mouth for that. But yeah, girls are definitely strong as hell. I'm coming here 315. I came into this workout fasted, and this is actually a rep record for me at 315. I matched my rep record. This is 315 on the front squat at 4, and you're definitely going to see my weaknesses on this. Come down, come up, dipping forward. That's awful, but still get the reps out. 4 repetitions, dipping forward there. The last 2, you really see me dip forward. What you want to do when you're coming up, you really want to lead with your elbows and point at the wall from the bottom. So now Shauna's going to come in with a burnout set on back squats. She's got a good 95 pounds here. She's going to hit it for around 20. Your legs burning on that?
Oh yeah, they were burning. I could barely get down on those.
Yeah, this is what you call cardio. Like, your heart starts beating. You don't know if you're going to get to 20. You don't know what's going on after the set. Really, really good work here, though. You're going to see she's coming down. She comes up. And the first one, she locks it out. But on the next few, she doesn't lock it out. And the reason why is because I'm telling her to keep the pressure on her quadriceps. Really trying to get a good pump in there. Trying to get that blood into the muscle. Sit down. Good depth on all her repetitions. Trying to keep her core strong. Trying to keep her spine straight.
Yeah, I think it was my back and stomach that got the most tired on these, trying to stay up.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But you definitely did a good job here. Shauna's about 3 weeks out from her first bikini competition. And we did some posing today, and we got some video that we'll put put it up either on this channel or another channel sometime this week. She was posing with IFBB Pro Tanya Moore. I'm here with 225 for 20, trying to get good depth here on every one of them. Again, I'm not locking out at the top, trying to keep the pressure on my quads. And I've always been taught to bring my hips in, and I do that on all my heavy sets. But when you do something like this and you drop the weight a little bit and you keep the pressure on there, it gives a whole new meaning to squatting. I mean, my legs were absolutely like almost numb from the pump after this. Really, really, this is probably the hardest thing we did in the workout. Way harder than the heavier stuff. Keep it. Losing my form a little bit, but I try to keep going. Yeah, after this set, I was absolutely dead. So we moved over here and moved over to a modified reverse hack squat. And what you see here is this is not a substitution for a front squat. This is not a substitution for a squat. This is an assistance exercise that helps us to get more blood into the muscle. Getting a good arm's length away from the pad and then coming down, trying to bring my butt out. This is really good for the glutes and really good for the quadriceps. Pushing through the heels, keeping my feet low on that hack squat plate. The big thing is you're trying to keep your face away from the pad. I highly suggest disinfecting the pad before you go in there, which I don't think we did we?
Of course not.
Yeah, not good. But Shauna comes in here. She's getting herself in there. And again, like I said, you got to get that separation. You got to get the hips away from the pad. So you'll see her push out here in a second. Right there. And then pushing that butt back, keeping her heels on the plate, and then trying to hold those guards in while you go down.
Very awkward the first time.
Yeah, it is extremely awkward the first time you do it, but I like this variation of the hack squat a lot better than the normal hack squat on the machine. I love doing barbell hack squats, but the normal hack squat puts a little too much shear pressure on my knees, and this is just a great substitute. Really working those glutes there for the viewers at home. All right, I'm coming in here. I get up to some decent weight. This is just one plate, but eventually I get up to 3 plates on each side. Trying to keep the reps high here. Really not trying to go for any weight records here. But again, you can see the angle here pretty good. See where my feet are on the hack squat. You can see me separating myself from the pad, from the machine. Again, not coming all the way up, not trying to take the pressure off the quads, keeping the pressure on the quads, pushing through those heels, and just really trying to hammer those quadriceps. It's work like this. Yes, you do need your heavy work, but it's work like this that really helps you to get blood into the muscle, push out on the fascia, and stretch the muscle out from the inside. Really, this is what helps develop muscles that pop more. I did heavy work all winter, and as you can see, I'm not looking fantastic right now. I promise you, in a couple of months, some of this work, you're going to see my muscles become more and more round. You're going to see my muscles become more and more separated. And there's a place that it's not whether one person's right or wrong. There's a place for both of these types of training. And I think that's what people have to realize here on YouTube. Nobody's really right or wrong. We have to stop separating ourselves into camps like low reps, high reps, whatever. It's, as I said, whatever the fuck works for you, and whatever the fuck works for you at different times. Coming in here, that's 3 plates on each side. Pretty good. Not bad at all. And Shauna's going to come in for her last set. By this time, we were freaking pretty dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we both wanted to go home and just eat pasta and drink water. And I think we watched Machete Kills that night. It was a pretty good movie. Lots of people die in really weird ways, but, you know. Again, Sean is keeping that pressure on the quadriceps, pushing through. Good, fast reps. You feel this more in your butt or your quads?
I felt it more in my butt and my hamstrings
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. You see, because her hips are coming down. When the hips come back, you do get some work on the hamstrings. You do get some really good work on the glutes. Now, this exercise, a lot of you are gonna start commenting on here and saying, "Oh, Snap City," and "Oh, that doesn't look good for the knees." This is an exercise. I don't know if you guys know this, but Tom Platz, the Golden Eagle, some of the best setup legs of all time, is a really good friend in Metroflex gym. And one day we're walking around and we were talking about the equipment in the gym, and he told me to put this box on the hack squat, and then you know do this kind of weird hack squat with your legs back and putting your knees way over your toes. Which me as a trainer, I'm like, whoa, you're not supposed to put your knees over the toes. But as you notice, I'm not using a whole lot of weight. And then I saw him doing this. Well, I didn't see him doing this. I saw him doing this on John Meadows, the Mountain Dog One channel, which I think is one of the best channels here on YouTube. And I'll put the link for that down below. John is a fantastic trainer and a really great. Now you see me pausing here, and that's an isometric hold. Really, just trying to freaking do as much damage to the muscle as possible. And as you can see, it really gave me a good pump. Really hits those teardrops, and as Shauna said, it really makes you feel like you're sprinting, or the type of the way your legs feel like after you sprint for a while. But really, you don't want to use a whole lot of weight here. It kind of mimics the old school sissy squat that Vince Gironda used to like to use. And for those of you who are trying to develop your teardrops in your legs and your lower quadriceps, this is definitely a great exercise. Now, I wouldn't recommend it for somebody who has bad knees. Neither of us really have problems with our. Well, actually, I had 3 operations on my knees, but I'm fine doing this exercise. But if you have discomfort or anything like that, I really wouldn't recommend it. You do come up on your toes, and your knees do go before your toe on this exercise. And as I said, many trainers think that's a no-no. I think, again, under certain circumstances, whatever the fuck works for you. Now, this exercise, a lot of guys look at it and they're like, whoa, this is sissy shit. I promise you, if you're trying to work your glutes and develop your glutes, this is something that will absolutely murder your glute medius, will absolutely murder your glute maximus, and you will walk away limping from this machine if you do these things the right way. These things can really help you develop your squat. If your knees are coming in on your squat, you probably have a weak glute medius. And also, all you bodybuilders out there, your glutes are probably some of the most important body parts that you need to show off on stage. So even if you're not a bodybuilder, if you're an athlete, the glutes are extremely important, and the glute medius is extremely important for hip stabilization and for generating power. You see Shauna is taking her weight off the bench and actually putting more weight on her feet here, and that's a variation that actually makes our you feel it a little more that way, right?
Mhm.
So really just trying to push out as much as possible and squeeze it, and you know
It makes me able to push my hips forward and then ultimately push my legs out more.
yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed this workout. If you have questions, hit me up, gettingshredded@gmail.com. Peace out.